All right, fans, this is Adam Presswood welcoming you back for another season of Indian baseball. Unfortunately, most of that has been rained out so far, and this is my first chance to get behind the mic in quite a while, almost a year now, I guess, from here at the Legion Field. So if I'm a little rusty on the baseball end, I apologize in advance, but it shouldn't take me too long to get kick-started. We are just a few moments away from this game between Clopton and Ellsbury. Clopton will send up Justin Genowine. He'll be their DH. Dalton Struss, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's at short. Blake Kendall, oh, Struess, I was just corrected. Thank you. Blake Kendall will be on the mound. Chance Lucas over at third. Landon Hall at first. Damian Walker will be behind the plate. Malik McPike will be out in left. Parker Edmiston in center. Sean Yates at second. Subs are listed as Luke Dameron, Justin Griege. Do you know how that one's pronounced? Grego, okay. Number 33, Zach Evans, and number 25, Dylan Butler. As usual, if I'm butchering any of those pronunciations, I apologize. Ellsbury will send out number 1, Stephen Bodeker. He'll be pitching. TJ Rockwell will cover second base. Josh Jerkowski will cover third. Nick Stone will handle things over at first. Trevor Anthony will be out in center field. Mike Kelly at short. Jake Reimel will be behind the plate. Jeremy Shaw in right field, and Gabriel Hill out in left. This is a 5 o'clock start time, and even though we're about 13 minutes away, I get the feeling that we might go a little bit early. Both umpires are ready. I am coming to you live from Ellsbury's beautiful Legion baseball field here off of Highway 79, and I'm without my usual cameraman. But thank goodness during baseball season the camera doesn't have to move. All right, nobody's taking warm-up pitches yet, so I think I've got time for at least a few commercials. We're going to break for a quick word from a few of our sponsors, and we'll be back in a few. You're watching the Indian Sports Network.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
All right, fans, there's the call for balls in and the throw down to second. Warm-ups are over. In the on-deck circle is number 3, Justin Genowine, Clopton's DH. On the mound for Ellsbury is Bodeker. All right, Bodeker has his sign. Here's the pitch, and it misses for a ball. Just a little bit inside. Here's the next one. Swung on and fouled back, 1-1. The wind has really picked up here. I hope it's not drowning out the sound of my voice. As Genowine steps back in, the count's even. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Bodeker delivers yet again. And that one fell in for a called strike 3. Got Genowine looking. That will send up number 20, Dalton Struce. Clopton's shortstop. The pitch from Bodeker, and it's a bunt attempt, foul. Bodeker delivers yet again. That was a little bit low, 1-1. Swung on and hit high, hard, and just foul down along the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's in for a ball. Struss had to back out of the way. It's a 2-2 count. The pitch inside yet again. That's going to fill it up. Swung on, and he got all of that one and belted it out into left center field, where it gets down for a base hit. He's going to stretch that into a double. All right, with 1 out and 1 on, up steps number 11, Blake Kendall. Kendall steps in, Bodeker checks the runner, and the pitch swung on and fouled back. Kendall looks at a called strike 2. Bodeker delivers yet again, swing and a miss. Kendall goes down on 3 straight. That'll send up number 23, Chance Lucas, Clopton's third baseman. Way up there, but he offered anyway. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Just caught the outside corner, 0-2. Bodeker checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Bodeker pitches his way out of what could have been a tough inning, and we'll be back in a few. No score.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, fans, up steps Stephen Bodeker. Blake Kendall on the mound for Clopton. Bodeker will be followed by Rockwell and Jerkowski. Here's the pitch on its way in the dirt, and it gets away. Kendall delivers again, and Bodeker reached way out for that one. That evens the count at 1 apiece. And he reached up for that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, but it does get away, and Bodeker might beat it to first, and does. All right, nobody away, 1 on. Up steps TJ Rockwell. He's covering second base for Ellsbury here tonight. The runner goes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second. Not even close. The pitch way outside. Swung on, and it sounded like he got a piece of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rockwell. Bodeker with a significant lead out there at second. Here's the pitch. I thought it was a little low. As it is, it's a called strike 3, and it got Rockwell looking. And that should bring up, and does, Josh Jerkowski, Ellsbury's third baseman. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch. He held off of that one. It's a called strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Jerkowski. And Jerkowski takes strike 3. 2 out, 1 on. That sends up number 4, Nick Stone. He's covering first base for the Indians tonight. Ellsbury 1 out away from stranding a runner. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Here's the next one on its way. Swing and a miss yet again. 0-2. The pitch, the runner goes, swung on and fouled back. Swing and a miss. Strand him they do. That's going to do it for the first inning. Still no score, and we'll be back in a few.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Ellsbury Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
All right, there's the throw down to second. Warm-ups are over, and we head into the second. The hitter is Landon Hall, number 1 for Clopton. He's covering first base for the Hawks. If you're just joining us, no score. And Bodeker is on the mound for Ellsbury. The pitch way up there, swung on anyway and popped up high and hard out toward shallow center field where it's brought down. That brings up number 8, Damian Walker. Catching for the Hawks. The pitch way inside. Pardon me. Bodeker delivers again. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Walker looks at ball 2. Swing and a miss evens the count at 2 apiece. Up and in, and that fills the count. And that one caught the outside corner. Strike 3 got him looking. That'll bring up number 21, Malik McPike, covering left field. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Bodeker delivers again. Swing and a miss, 1-1. McPike misses that one as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and hit high into right center. Excuse me, where it is brought down for out number 3, and we'll be right back.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right, Ellsbury sends out Trevor Anthony for their half of the second. Still no score if you're just joining us. All right, here's the pitch on its way. Way out there. That one went the other way. 2-0. Swing and a miss. The count to Trevor is 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. In for a called strike 2. That evens the count.
You're on it, bud.
Swing and a miss. And Anthony is out number 1. Got him swinging. That'll send up Mike Kelly, Ellsbury shortstop tonight. Here's the pitch on its way. Kelly looks at a ball. The pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Kelly offered at that one as well. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up by a mile, and it evens the count at 2 apiece. Here's the tiebreaker. In for a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. And that will bring up Jake Reimel, who's catching for Ellsbury tonight, his first at bat. Here's the pitch on its way. Swung in, and he missed everything. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 consecutive strikeouts end Ellsbury's half of the second and send us to the third, still scoreless. We'll be back in a few. All right, I apologize, fans. I'm going to have to swap out batteries in order to play any more commercials. In the meantime, number 5, Parker Edmiston, steps up for Clopton's half of the third. Still no score. Edmiston covering center field for the Hawks here tonight. The pitch swung on and hit hard on the ground, and it bounces out into shallow right field for a base hit. That'll bring up Sean Yates covering second, and this will be his first at bat. Here's the pitch, checked swing, and it's in for a called strike one. There's a bunt attempt, he pulls it back, takes a ball, the throw down to second. Doesn't have him. Another check swing. That one's in for a ball. 2-1 now. The pitch up there a little bit. 3-1. Swung on and another one hit hard on the ground. This one rips its way up into shallow center. We're going to have runners at the corners.
Get that cut down, Trump.
All right, that'll start it all over again with number 3, Justin Genowine, who struck out looking back in the first. The pitch, there's a bunt attempt and it's fouled back my way. 0-1. The pitch, it's behind the hitter. The runner heads on down to second, uncontested. 1-1 to Genowine. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Swung on, another one hit hard on the ground. This one to short, no throw home. They've got the runner on his way to first, but Clopton takes a 1-0 lead. That'll send up number 20, Dalton Struss, I think is how that's pronounced. He doubled to left center back in the first. A runner at second, and he takes ball one. Here's the pitch from Bodeker. Up a little bit, swung on anyway and fouled back. 1-1. Here's the pitch. He reached way out for that one and missed it all. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up for ball 2. An even count. Swung on, another one on the ground, this time over to third. They've got the runner on his way over from second for out number 2. Struss makes it down to first. That brings up number 11, Blake Kendall, who struck out swinging back in the first. There's a throw over to first, and the runner beats it back by a mile. Swung on and fouled off of the umpire's face mask. 0-1 to Kendall. Bodeker delivers, swing and a miss, 0-2. Here's the next one on its way. Swung on and lifted high and hard into right center, where it is brought down for out number 3, but not before Clopton does a little bit of damage. They take a 1-0 lead and will be back. All right, there's the call for balls in, and up steps number 18, Jeremy Shaw, Ellsbury's right fielder. There's the throw down to second, ending warm-ups. All right, Shaw steps in. His team now trails 1-0. And here's the pitch. He shows a bunt and follows through. He lays it down well, and it rolls its way up to the second baseman, and Shaw has a leadoff single. That'll bring up number 26, Gabriel Hill. his first at bat. He's out in left field for Ellsbury tonight. There's a throw over to first, and it gets away. They might have sent the runner too soon, though. Nope, Shaw slides safely into second. And Ellsbury has a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch, and Hill looks at a called strike, 0-1. And there's another one. Quickly 0-2 to Gabriel. The pitch swung on and fouled off, nearly fouled off the shoulder of Ellsbury's first base coach, but I think it missed him by a hair. Hill stays alive. Swing and a miss. Hill goes down swinging for out number 1. That'll start things over again with Bodeker, who beat strike 3 to first back in the first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit high and hard into right center field, where it is brought down for out number 2. That's going to send up T.J. Rockwell. He struck out looking back in the first. Here's the pitch, and Rockwell jumps out of the way of ball 1. Here's the pitch on its way, and it's in for a ball. 2-0. Rockwell looks at ball 3 and it gets away. They're going to send the runner on down to third. That one just caught the outside corner, 3-1. That one must have caught as well. I thought it was ball 4 for sure. It fills the count. In the dirt for ball 4. Runners at the corners now for Ellsbury. That sends up number 11, Josh Jerkowski. He struck out swinging back in the first. Clopton wants to have a little conference out near the pitcher's mound, and we're going to stay with you. All right, the Hawks make no changes. I didn't expect any. 1-0 in their favor. Here in the third, Ellsbury threatening with 2 away, runners at first and third. Here's the pitch. The runner goes. Jerkowski fouls one back, 0-1. The runner goes. The pitch. Jerkowski takes a ball, and the runner makes it safely down to second. So Rockwell at second, Shaw at third. 1-1 to Jerkowski. Here's the pitch on its way. Swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and popped foul. He'll stay alive. All right, here's the pitch to Jerkowski, and it catches the outside corner for a called strike 3. That one got him looking, and Ellsbury strands runners at second and third. Clopton maintains a 1-run lead. It is 1-0 as we head to the fourth. We'll be back. All right, fans, warm-ups are over, and to start things off in the fourth, Clopton sends up number 23, Chance Lucas, who struck out during his first at-bat in the first. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled back, 0-1. Here's the next one on its way from Bodeker, and he watches strike two whiz right by him, 0-2. Bodeker delivers, it's up there, but swung on anyway, and Lucas goes down on 3 straight pitches. That'll send up number 1, Landon Hall, who popped up back in the second. The pitch, and Hall watches a strike go by as well, 0-1. That one's in the dirt, 1-1. The pitch, swung on and hit hard. It bounces right into the glove of the shortstop. The throw over to first has him in time. All right, that sends up number 8, Damian Walker. Walker struck out looking back in the second. That one's in for a strike, 0-1. That one falls in to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss. Three up, 3 down for Clopton, and we head to the bottom of the inning. The hitter for Ellsbury should be Nick Stone. We'll be back. All right, Stone steps up. He struck out swinging back in the first. This at-bat here in the fourth will only be his second. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back. Quickly 0-1. All right, Stone looks at ball 1. 1-1 now to the hitter. I thought it was up and out. It is a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He goes down swinging for the second straight time. And that will send up Trevor Anthony, who struck out swinging back in the second as well. Here's the pitch, and Trevor looks at a called strike 1, a very high strike 1. Here's the next one on its way, and Anthony shows a bunt. He pulls it back and takes a called strike 2. Trevor reached way out for that one and fouled it back. The count stays 0-2. That one was inside, it jammed him up, and he swung anyway. So Trevor goes down swinging also for the second straight time. And it's all up to Mike Kelly, who struck out looking back in the second. Here's the pitch on its way to Kelly, and he looks at ball 1. That one's in the dirt and gets all the way back to me. 0-2. 2-0, excuse me. The pitch in the dirt. Here's the next one on its way to Kelly, and that one's in for ball 4. That'll bring up Jake Reimel, who struck out swinging back in the second. There's a throw over to first, nowhere near in time. The runner goes, Reimel swings and misses. There's the throw down to second. That doesn't have him. The pitch out there, 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Reimel. Ellsbury trails by 1 here in the 4th. They have a runner at second in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Reimel goes down swinging. Ellsbury strands a runner, and we head into the 5th. The score still 1-0 in favor of Clopton. We'll be back. All right, the hitter for Clopton to start things off in the top of the 5th should be number 21, Malik McPike, who popped out to right center back in the 2nd. This will only be his 2nd at bat. Here's the pitch, and it's in for a ball. Swung on. Oh, he hit a ton out of that one, and it bounces into left field for a leadoff single. That brings up number 5, Parker Edmiston, who singled to right back in the 3rd. Edmiston shows a bunt and bunts foul, 0-1. That one he lays down well toward third. The throw to first has him, but he does his job and advances the runner. That'll send up number 22, Sean Yates. He singled to center back in the third. The pitch. That one caught the outside corner, 0-1. That one was a little low. It's an even count, one apiece. Swung on and popped foul and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was up there a few feet. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Swing and a miss. Yates goes down swinging, and that will send up Genowine to start the top of the order. Genowine struck out looking back in the first, was thrown out at first in the third, and he takes a ball here in the fifth. And that one drops in for a ball as well. 2-0. Genowine hops out of the way of ball 3. Four straight pitches. Genowine heads down to first. Clopton now with runners at first and second. And that sends up number 20, Dalton Struss. He doubled to left center back in the first and singled to short on a sacrifice back in the third. No, fielder's choice, I should say. All right, Struss steps in. 2 out, 2 on for Clopton. They still maintain a slim 1-0 lead. Here's the pitch, and Struss fouls it back behind me, 0-1. Bodeker delivers, swing and a miss. 0-2 to Struss. Swung on and launched. That one is going to get down out in left center field. 1 run will score, and we're going to have runners at first and third for Clopton. All right, that is going to send up number 11, Blake Kendall. Kendall flew out to right center back in the third and struck out swinging in the first. His team now has a 2-0 lead in their half of the fifth. Here's the pitch from Bodeker. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Kendall. That one's in for a called strike, 0-2. He reached way out for that one and missed everything. That ends Clopton's half of the fifth. Now before they do a little bit more damage, they lead 2-0 and we'll be back in a few. All right, we're back now in the bottom of the fifth. Ellsbury sends up Jeremy Shaw, who had a bunt single to short back in the third, and later, no, excuse me, I almost said later came around to score. Of course, he did not. We stranded 2 runners back in that inning, and Clopton has a 2-0 lead here in the fifth. Here's the pitch on its way to Shaw, and it catches the inside corner, 0-1. He reached way out for that one. 0-2. That one was in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Shaw. That one is in for a called strike 3. He got Shaw looking, and that is going to send up, we've had a substitution. That's going to send up number 30, Jamison Wolanski, for his first at bat. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back, 0-1. Lansky looks at strike 2. Here's the pitch, and it is up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Wolanski goes down swinging, and that is going to send Bodeker back up to start things all over again for Ellsbury. Bodeker beat out strike 3 to first, back in the first, and flew out to right center, back in the third. Here's the pitch, and Bodeker watches ball 1. Just missed the outside corner. The pitch up just enough. 2-0. That one missed everything as well. 3 balls, no strikes to the hitter. Here's the next one on its way to Bodeker, and that one falls in for a called strike. It's 3-1. Up and in for ball 4. And that's going to send up number 2, or number 7, excuse me, TJ Rockwell. Number 2 in the order. He struck out looking back in the first and walked back in the third. Here's the pitch, the runner goes. It's fouled back off the webbing in front of me, 0-1. The runner goes. Here's the pitch. It's in for a ball. The throw down to second is nowhere close enough. 1-1 to Rockwell. Ellsbury with a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt and gets away. The runner's going to head on down to third. 2 balls, 1 strike to Rockwell. Swung on and hit hard on the ground up toward third base. 1 run will score. No, it will not. The throw over to first has him. I thought we were going to end up with 1 run and a runner at first, but nothing doing either way. It stays 2-0 in Clopton's favor as we head to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and the hitter for Clopton is number 23, Chance Lucas. He has struck out both times tonight, once in the first and once in the fourth. Here's the pitch from Bodeker, and he shows a bunt. He pulls it back and takes a called strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 8 pitches to Lucas in this game, and all 8 have been strikes. Swing and a miss yet again. Got him swinging. That brings up number 1, Landon Hall, who popped up back in the second and grounded to short back in the fourth. And the pitch is in for a called strike, 0-1. Swung on and hit into center field. And on the run were 3 fielders, and it drops in amongst all 3 of them somehow. So a 1-out single to center for Hall. That sends up Damian Walker. He struck out looking back in the second and struck out swinging back in the fourth. And he looks at ball 1. Up and in, 2-0. Foul tip, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to the hitter. 1 out, 1 on for Clopton. They lead 2-0 here in the 6th, and the pitch is ball 3. Swing and a miss. That fills the count. Swing and a miss. Walker goes down swinging for the second straight at bat. And that sends up number 21, Malik McPike, who popped to right center back in the second and singled to left back in the fifth. He takes one in the dirt for ball one. That one gets away and bounces off the webbing in front of me. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Bodeker, swung on and smashed foul down along the first base side, thank goodness. Swung on, and that was awkward. He missed everything. It's 2-2. Bodeker delivers. That one's fouled back. He stays alive. Swung on and hit hard on the ground underneath the glove of the third baseman. One run is going to come around and score. They'll throw home, but it's mostly a formality. And Clopton will end up, or will they, with a runner safe at third and a 3-0 lead. All right, that sends up number 5, Parker Edmiston. He had a single to right back in the third, was thrown out at first on a bunt attempt back in the fifth. Here's the pitch from Bodeker, up and out for a ball. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swung on and hit high, hard, and unfortunately fair. And that one gets all the way to the wall. Out in right field, a run scores to make it 4-0, and Clopton has a runner at second. That'll send up number 22, Sean Yates. Or will we have a pitching change? It looks like we're about to. Bodeker gives up the ball, and our new pitcher will be well, give me a second to figure that out, fans. All right, number 28, that is Nick Stone, so they're bringing him in from first base, and he's going to pitch the rest of this game. While he warms up, we're going to cut away. All right, that was the last warm-up pitch. Yates steps back in. Yates singled to center back in the third and struck out swinging in the fifth. Stone delivers, and that one catches the outside corner for a called strike one. Check swing, that one crosses as well, 0-2. Swung on and hit hard right up the middle. That one bounces off second base and into shallow center field. We're going to have a play at the plate. Well, not much of a play, as that will make it 5-0 in favor of Clopton. So an RBI double to center for Yates will send up number 3, Justin Genowine. He walked last time back in the fifth. That one misses. Up and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Low and away. 3-0. That missed as well. He walked him on 4 straight. That will send up number 20, Dalton Struss. He had an RBI single to left center back in the fifth. He's had a good night. He doubled to left center back in the first, singled to short back in the third, and had the RBI single to left center back in the fifth. Stone checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch, and it's in for a called strike, 0-1. Swung on and launched into left field. That one is caught barely for out number 3, but not before Clopton really does some damage. It is now 5-0 in their favor, and we'll be back. All right, we are back for the bottom of the sixth. The hitter for Ellsbury is Josh Jerkowski. He struck out swinging in the first and struck out looking in the third. Here's the pitch, and Jerkowski takes a ball high and tight. Oh, that one hits him in the left shoulder. And that brings up Nick Stone. He struck out swinging in the first and fourth. Swung on and hit on the ground awkwardly, but the throw over to first has Stone. It does advance Jerkowski down to second. That sends up Trevor Anthony, who has back-to-back strikeouts in the second and fourth. Here's the pitch, and Anthony looks at strike one. Swung on and hit hard on the ground. Good stop by the shortstop. Has him out at first. That sends up Mike Kelly, who struck out looking back in the second and walked in the fourth. Here's the pitch, and Kelly looks at ball one. Oh, and Kelly's hit by a pitch. That puts runners at the corners. And sends Jake Reimel up for the third time. He has back-to-back strikeouts, swinging both times. Clopton wants to have a little word. The runner goes. Here's the pitch. It's in for a ball. And no throw to second. Swung on and hit over the glove of the second baseman. It bounces out into center field for a base hit. Jerkowski and Kelly both score, making it 5-2. And that will send up number 2, Jordan Simmons. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit right back up to the glove of the pitcher for out number 3. It stays 5-2 as we head to the top of the 7th. All right, up steps number 11, Blake Kendall. He struck out swinging in the first, flew out to right center in the third, and struck out swinging in the fifth. Stone delivers, swung on and popped foul down along the first base side. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. That went the other way, inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2 apiece. In the dirt, that fills the count. In the dirt again. That one sends him to first. And up steps Chance Lucas. He struck out in the first, fourth, and sixth. That one caught the outside corner, 0-1. Lucas shows bunt and pulls it back to take a ball. The runner goes. 1-1 to the hitter. That one misses. 2-1. Stone delivers, swing and a miss. That evens the count at 2 apiece. That one missed the outside corner. The count's full. In the dirt, that one sends him to first. That brings up Landon Hall, who popped up in the second, grounded to short in the fourth, and singled to center back in the sixth. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit on the ground. That one is eventually fielded by the shortstop, but not in time to prevent the bases from loading. And that sends up number 8, Damian Walker. He struck out looking in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth and the sixth. The pitch is in for strike one. Fouled back, 0-2. That one missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's in for another ball, 2-2. That one lands in for a called strike 3. Got him looking. And that sends up Malik McPike. He popped to right center back in the second, singled to left in the fifth, and had an RBI double to left back in the sixth. He later took third on the play at the plate. Swing and a miss, 0-1. That one lands for strike two. 0-2. Stone delivers again, swung on and hit just foul down along the first base side. He stays alive. That one missed as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stone delivers, and that one is in for a called third strike. It got him looking. That brings up number 5, Parker Edmiston. He singled to right back in the third, was thrown out at first in the fifth, and doubled to right back in the sixth. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and another one that gets out into shallow center. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. It is 7-2. An RBI single for Parker Edmiston. That sends up number 22, Sean Yates, who had an RBI double to center himself back in the sixth. Clopton with runners still at first and second. And that one is lifted out into center field. Bud caught for out number 3. So that will be all the damage that Clopton does in their half of the seventh. We'll be back. The lead 7-2 in favor of the Hawks. All right, we are back, and Gabriel Hill steps back in. He struck out swinging back in the third, and then left the lineup for a bit. His team trails 7-2 here in the bottom of the 7th in what I think is only the 3rd game that these teams have been able to play so far this season. Here's the pitch, and Hill swings and grounds it right to the glove of the 3rd baseman. The throw to first has him for out number 1. All right, that brings number 10, Stephen Bodeker, back up. Bodeker walked last time back in the 5th. Bodeker takes ball 1. The pitch, Bodeker, checked swing, but it's a strike, 1-1. That one's in for a ball, 2-1. Swung on and fouled off. That'll even the count at 2 apiece. All right, here's the tiebreaker. And it's in for a called strike 3. Got him looking. All right, that brings up TJ Rockwell, who grounded to 3rd back in the 5th, walked in the 3rd, and struck out looking back in the 1st. Swing and a miss. Rockwell ducks out of the way of ball 1. It's an even count. That one's in the dirt and gets all the way to the wall. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on and fouled back behind me. Evens the count at 2 apiece. He reached down for that one. It's technically a strike, but he's going to try to beat the throw, and he does not. That should do it, and does. The final 7-2 in favor of Clopton. I believe they are going to play a JV game after this one, but we will not stick around and bring you that. So hopefully I've managed to work out the bugs here with baseball game number 1 on the season. I still had basketball on my mind, but we've got one in, so maybe the weather will allow for a few more here in the coming days and weeks. In the meantime, have a good night, fans, and thanks for watching. Once again, the final score 7-2 in favor of Clopton.